to be sure you're getting the most out of your retirement for all the years of your retirement? That's the primary goal of More Living with Jim Brogan and our Dollars and Cents segment, where we provide you with an important financial tip that will help positively impact the quality of your life in retirement. And now here's Jim with this week's Dollars and Cents tip.
And this morning for Dollars and Cents, I want to talk about, should you have a living trust, or is a will sufficient to pass all your assets to your loved ones? This is kind of a hot topic nationally that comes up often. The main reason people should consider doing a living trust, there are a lot of reasons, but the main reason is to bypass the probate process. Many people are worried or scared even of the probate process. And in Tennessee, the probate process is really not a very difficult process. It's actually pretty simple. That doesn't mean it's fun. If I did a poll, and I actually do this a lot when I teach, I'll do a poll. How many of you have been an executor? And then I ask them, how many of you thought it was a real pain? How many of you didn't think it was a pain and wasn't really that big a deal? And I usually get about a 50-50 mix there. So it's not that it's fun, but it's not a real difficult process, and it's not an expensive process. Of course, if you hire an attorney that charges $300 an hour and there's a lot of work involved, it would be more expensive, but it's not typically an expensive process just to go through probate. Now, there are some states in the country that you definitely do not want to go through probate, but Tennessee is not one of those. So here's what I'll just say briefly about that, because I want to get back to our guests. Don't be scared into doing a living trust. There are companies that go around, I'll call them trust meals, and they'll put on seminars, and they'll try to scare you half to death into doing a trust. And not everybody in Tennessee needs a trust. Many of you really probably don't need a living trust to pass your estate on to your loved ones. Again, there are some great advantages, and certainly if you have a 7-figure type of estate, you definitely need to at least be considering the merits of a living trust. But don't be scared into doing one, because it's not that cut and dried. And if you're talking to an attorney about what you need, as we've discussed on this topic today on financial planning, you should be educated, because if you're informed, you can make a prudent decision as to what you best need. So a good attorney is going to know to ask you the right questions to determine what, the type of direction you should be taking, and then they're going to educate you on that process, so you're making informed and prudent decisions. If you just go in there and they say, here's what you need, you might need a trust, you might not. You really need to be educated in that process.